Gardner.
Sauce Gardner is a New York Jet!
Swaggy Sauce Gardner.
I love Sauce. I love his tape. I love his press technique. I love his confidence. He has everything you want to see in the position. And I think Robert Saleh in this scheme is perfect. It's a hand-in-glove fit for him, man.
Garrett Wilson.
It's Garrett Wilson! The New York Jets have just got two big-time playmakers!
I believe that Garrett Wilson is going to be the most impactful rookie receiver in this class. And I think we see Zach Wilson play like he did the last 6 games of the year, times 10, and have a phenomenal second season.
Wow, you think? Yeah! Yeah! Let's Jermaine Johnson!
Breece Hall, running back, Iowa State.
Breece Hall, oh my God, they got him! They went offense. They went with the best running back in the draft. Jeremy Rucker, oh my God! The Long Island native is a New York Jet! J-E-T-S, Jet! Let's go! Yo, what is good, Jets Nation? We are back live here on Jets Media to talk about the latest news, which is the New York Jets interviewing Nathaniel Hackett for the offensive coordinator position. Now, this is interesting because I wanted to talk about Aaron Rodgers in today's stream because we're talking about Lamar Jackson, we're talking about Derek Carr, but we also need to talk about Aaron freaking Rodgers. Now, is that unrealistic or something? I don't know. If we're allowed to talk about Lamar Jackson, I think we're allowed to talk about Aaron Rodgers because we all know that Nathaniel Hackett and Aaron Rodgers were on the same team together, as you can see right here for the Green Bay Packers when Nathaniel Hackett was the offensive coordinator. There's a lot of rumors when Nathaniel Hackett took the head coaching job with Denver that he would lure Aaron Rodgers with him. That did not happen. They eventually go out there and get Russell Wilson. Then Nathaniel Hackett looked absolutely terrible as a head coach. The offense was awful, and we all know that he got fired in his first year. Now, I think the Jets got to keep their minds open to every single scenario, and I am not shocked by this news, by the way, that the Jets are interviewing Nathaniel Hackett. I knew that he was going to be a candidate that the Jets will be interested in at least talking to. I also know that a lot of people are not going to be all in. I feel like some people are going to be very hesitant to bring in Nathaniel Hackett, rightfully so. We saw him fail as a head coach. We saw that offense look terrible with Russell Wilson, and you can argue that the Broncos have a lot of talent on that offense with Jerry Jeudy, with Cortland Sutton, Williams before he got injured, Russell Wilson, of course, and it looked pretty damn bad. But I feel like Aaron Rodgers, we heard him on the Pat McAfee show that he feels like he has another MVP season in him if he's in the right situation. It feels like there is an opportunity for Aaron Rodgers to leave the Green Bay Packers. We know that the Jets are interested in bringing in a veteran quarterback. So us as a Jets fan base, we got to keep every single option out there on the table, whether that is go all in for the superstar Lamar Jackson, whether that's go out there and get the veteran Derek Carr, keeping the minds open for potentially trading for Aaron Rodgers. And that's really what I want to focus on this. And by the way, if we hire Nathaniel Hackett, is it guaranteed we're getting Aaron Rodgers? Absolutely not. I do not think that at all. So Nathaniel Hackett's being interviewed for the offensive coordinator role, by the way, and not the head coach role. I see somebody in the chat asking if we're getting rid of Saleh. No, we are not getting rid of Saleh. Saleh is the one that's conducting these interviews. Nathaniel Hackett's being interviewed for the offensive coordinator role. So this is an interesting one, man. He has familiarity with Robert Saleh. They were on the same coaching staff together in Jacksonville. So there's that familiarity there. Nathaniel Hackett was good enough to be hired as the head coach. Obviously, that wasn't the right decision for Denver. But this is someone that we know that has experience. And I feel like Jets fans, we want somebody that's been an offensive coordinator before, someone that we can have confidence to look back at their resume like, oh, this guy has success. This guy knows what it takes to call plays at the next level. I don't really want to get a guy that's been, a passing game coordinator or a quarterback coach. I mean, there are some intriguing names out there that we're talking to in that field, but I don't know. A veteran guy makes me feel a little better. But again, guys, this is not something that I'm 100% sold on because Nathaniel Hackett in his first season with the Broncos, that is a head coach role, right? We're not bringing him as head coach, completely different animal. But the issue with the Denver Broncos was the offense. The Broncos defense was elite last year, but the offense under Nathaniel Hackett calling the plays with Russell Wilson was really bad. And that's definitely something that alarms me. That is definitely an alarming thing. The fact that offense looked that bad under Russell Wilson, who I thought, or I still think, is a very good quarterback. I loved Russell Wilson on the Seattle Seahawks in his prime. I always loved Russell Wilson just as an NFL fan. And when he went to the Broncos, I was like, damn. I mean, going into the year, I was like, the Broncos are going to be sick this year. Russell Wilson with all those weapons, with that defense. And then Nathaniel Hackett and Russell Wilson just was not there. And Nathaniel Hackett also, I feel like, lacked leadership, and he just wasn't a head coach. And that really makes you wonder, well, is Nathaniel Hackett just not suited to be a head coach? Is he just a great offensive coordinator? That's a thing. I mean, there's a lot of people, a lot of coaches in this league that are not suited to be a head coach of the entire football team. But if you give them a job to just focus on one side of the ball, they're very good at. And that's something that we have to consider with Nathaniel Hackett. And that's why I wanted to bring up Aaron Rodgers, because Aaron Rodgers and Nathaniel Hackett obviously have a relationship. He is a quarterback that we have to keep in mind that could potentially be on the move from Green Bay. We all know that we brought in Brett Favre back in the day when he was done with the Green Bay Packers, and we all know how that went. But I feel like we're in a better situation now if we did bring in Aaron Rodgers. Rodgers spoke on the Pat McAfee show, like I said earlier, that he feels like he has an MVP season left in him if there is a right situation around him. Now, I feel like the Jets, we got a pretty good situation around a quarterback if the offensive line stays healthy, if Elijah Vera-Tucker is 100% ready to go, if Mekhi Becton can get on the field, if we use that first-round pick on another offensive lineman. We bring back Connor McGovern. I like that offensive line of Mekhi Becton, Lincoln Tomlinson, Connor McGovern, ABT, and a rookie at the other tackle spot. Sign me up. You bring in depth. You got Max Mitchell. You re-sign Nate Herbig. That's your offensive line. I like that on paper to protect Aaron Rodgers, to run the ball with Breece Hall. Can you imagine Aaron Rodgers and Garrett freaking Wilson together, guys? Yeah. Sign me up for that. But at the same time, I don't want you guys to make it seem like I'm saying that if we bring in Nathaniel Hackett, it's a guarantee that Aaron Rodgers comes to the New York Jets. That's not a thing. If we hire Nathaniel Hackett next week, obviously there's going to be a lot of speculation regarding Aaron Rodgers coming to New York, but it's not 100% guarantee. But it is, they do coincide, which is why I wanted to talk about them both in today's video. So let me know your guys' thoughts in the chat. What are your feelings of Nathaniel Hackett? Is that someone that you feel like you'd be open to bringing in, or do you feel like he is someone that you want to stay far, far away from, someone that failed as a head coach? You don't want him as our offensive coordinator because he's technically going to be the head coach of that offense, like Mike LaFleur was. He's going to be the guy calling the plays, doing everything. And I also think that we're going to hire two offensive minds, an offensive coordinator and a senior assistant, or whatever you want to call it. And maybe Nathaniel Hackett could be a senior assistant, or he gets an offensive coordinator role, and then we bring in someone else as a senior assistant over him. So let me know your guys' thoughts about Nathaniel Hackett. I feel like it's definitely going to be split. Maybe not down the middle, but maybe one way or the other. I'm going to make a poll right now to see how you feel about it. Would you want the Jets to hire Hackett as their OC? Guys, if you could do me a gigantic favor, hit that thumbs up button, please. I would greatly, greatly appreciate each and every one of you guys smashing that thumbs up button for your boy. We got a poll in the chat. I'm assuming it's going to be majority no, but that's just my guess. So everyone, let your voice be heard and vote in the chat right now. Before we go any further, I do want to bring up the proud sportsbook sponsor of today's live show, which is a sportsbook sponsor of Jets Media, BetUS. BetUS is your sportsbook that you want to bet on for the NFL playoffs. If you guys click the link down below in the description, BetUS gives you $50 immediately when you make an account without even making a deposit. So they give you $50 cash for you to use without even having to make a deposit. All you got to do is click the link down below. You make an account, you sign up, they give you $50 of cash. That's free. If you win that money, you can deposit and that's it. You win your money. Or you can click the link, and if you want to make a deposit, they will match 125% bonus up to $2,500 deposit. So that's really cool stuff that they got there on BetUS. You see all the lines here for the divisional round playoffs. If you want to bet on them, you can bet on the point spread, the money line, the total. There's also player prop bets you can do. There's parlays. There's a lot of fun stuff here on BetUS. So again, guys, if you want to sign up for BetUS, click the link down below in the description. And once again, shout out to the sportsbook sponsor of Jets Media, which is indeed BetUS, where the games begin. We appreciate BetUS for sponsoring this stream. Now let's get into the poll. We have 29 votes. 62% of you guys say no. So everyone's leaning towards the no answer. And I find that very interesting. Now I want to ask a new question. Would you be down if Nathaniel Hackett means Aaron Rodgers is coming with him? Aha! Got you guys. How about that? We got Broadway Jets in the chat. Everyone, make sure you guys go subscribe to my guys at Broadway Jets, NYJ Matt and NYJ Mike running the show. They're trying to get out there on the YouTube algorithm. Everyone, you guys know NYJ Matt and Mike very well on Twitter. Let their presence be felt on YouTube. Appreciate you tuning in, man. Oh, yeah, some news is Bevel has declined, and he's going back to the Miami Dolphins. I think that's interesting. So, Bevel is done. So, I feel like this is a very interesting situation because out of all the people that we've interviewed, Bevel's off the table. Nathaniel Hackett's kind of the only one that's been a offensive coordinator before. If you think about it, hold on. Let's look at the list that I made. So Bevel is out. I'm going to update this. This is not up to date. I'm going to delete Bevel, add Nathaniel Hackett. And there's somebody else that we are interviewing today, I believe. That I can add to the list. So the Jets are also interviewing Eagles quarterback coach Brian Johnson, who is responsible for the development of Dak Prescott and Jalen Hurts, obviously. So that's another one to add. Brian Johnson. I think that's an interesting name. Like, the thing about Brian Johnson for me is he's never been a coordinator before. So we got Nathaniel Hackett, Brian Johnson, Kevin Patullo, who is the Eagles passing game coordinator, Marcus Brady, who is the Philadelphia offensive consultant, Nick Caley, Patriots tight end coach. Pretty sure that is everybody that we have been interviewing so far. Marcus Brady is an interesting name because I'm pretty sure he was the Colts OC recently. And then he got hired as the so the Colts, he was the Colts offensive coordinator, and then he got hired in the middle of the season to join the Eagles staff as the offensive consultant. So that is really it. These are the names that we have been talking to so far. This is not just people that I want or the wish list. This is who we've actually been talking to. I'm going to add to it and former Colts OC. So Marcus Brady was an offensive coordinator before with the Colts. That's definitely something that you want to keep in mind. So he has experience. I don't know. Out of all these names, I think Brian Johnson's very intriguing. The only way you bring in Brian Johnson is if you bring in a senior advisor over him, like even a Nathaniel Hackett. you know? So this is an intriguing list, and expect more names to be coming out throughout the next couple of weeks or so. So with Bevel being out, I think that's very interesting because a lot of people, Jets. So Tom Pelissero says Dolphins pass game coordinator Darrell Bevell informed the Jets and Commanders he's declining an interview. He's well respected and figures to have other opportunities in this cycle, but as of now, he plans to stay in Miami. Definitely interesting. The Steelers are keeping Matt Canada, which is a new report. So yeah, guys, keeping on the topic of Nathaniel Hackett, I want to get your guys' thoughts more about it. Let's get into Aaron Rodgers. How would you feel about Aaron Rodgers coming to the New York Jets? How would you feel? Because, I don't know. We've seen Aaron Rodgers with a certain number 17 at wide receiver ball out together, that being Davante Adams. I think that he's got a young stud in Garrett Wilson to develop. He also has Elijah Moore. He also has other receivers that we can bring in throughout the offseason. Denzel Mims, I feel like could really – how awesome would a Denzel Mims resurgence be with Aaron Rodgers? I don't know, man. How can you say no to Aaron Rodgers, right? Because you got to think of it this way. I know the only risk involved with Aaron Rodgers is his age, but then you look at quarterbacks that are like established. We've seen Peyton Manning play up until his 30s. Tom Brady is playing at a high level in his mid-40s, and I know nobody's Tom Brady. But I think Aaron Rodgers at 38 years old, I think he's got another 2 or 3 years left, and I feel like this Jets team is ready to go to win today. And we low-key as a Jets fan base, we have to realize that there's a window here to start winning because Sauce Gardner is on a rookie deal, which is not going to be cheap for a while. Well, it is cheap, but he's not going to be cheap when he's due to get paid. Garrett Wilson, all the young rookies and all the young players that we have on this team, they're not due to get paid, and they're the best players on this team. So this is the time to win, right? So the time to win is with your best players on rookie deals, and that's how you build a sustainable winner is you continue to draft well. Having Sauce Gardner playing like literally the best corner in the league on a rookie deal, Garrett Wilson playing like a number one receiver on a rookie deal, Breece Hall hopefully returning to his dominant self after his injury on a rookie deal, Jermaine Johnson hopefully can take that next step in year number 2. We still got Elijah Moore, who I have a lot of faith in with the new offensive scheme and a new quarterback on a rookie deal. We still got Denzel Mims on a rookie deal. We still got you guys know all the players we have in rookie deals. So that's why this is the time to go out there and get your quarterback. And why not? Aaron Rodgers wants a Super Bowl. Bring it home. I'm all for it. If we could protect that man, this is someone that, how can you say no to that? How can you say no to Aaron freaking Rodgers? I don't know how, if you're a Jets fan and you've seen all these seasons with incompetent quarterback play, you can say no to Aaron Rodgers. I mean, what's the risk? Really? He's up there in age. His game is going to decline. I don't know. It's like we have stuff. And I'm on board. I'm on board for Derek Carr. I'm on board for Lamar. I'm on board for Aaron Rodgers. Those are my top 3 guys. And I know that some people would prefer others over others, and I get that. And let's do it. So I see people in the chat a little down the middle about Aaron Rodgers. How would you feel about Aaron Rodgers coming to the New York Jets? How would you feel? Let me know in the chat. Yes or no to Aaron Rodgers coming to the Jets? Because I really feel like I see people are down the middle. I'm going to make a new poll. the current poll with Nathaniel Hackett, it's pretty split. 55% of you guys said no. That's pretty split, man. 55%. Okay. All right, making a new poll. Would you want Aaron Rodgers on the Jets next season? All right, new poll. Vote now. And as you're voting, guys, also hit that thumbs up button. We got over 100 people watching with 32 likes. If you guys could do me a favor, hit that thumbs up button, baby. Let's go. All right, so majority of you guys are saying yes to Aaron Rodgers. 74% saying yeah. I would hope so. %. It's going down a little bit. And I don't really think it's not really likely that Aaron Rodgers comes to the Jets, but I think it's definitely a scenario that we need to talk about in this offseason, because we have to keep every single opportunity, every scenario as a potential possibility. That's how we have to look at it, because Derek Carr could go somewhere else. Lamar Jackson can very well stay in Baltimore. And then what? Then where do we pivot from there? And you also got to think of it from the Packers standpoint. They got Jordan Love, and they drafted Jordan Love for a reason. And at the time, it didn't seem smart, because you want to draft a player to help out your veteran quarterback in its prime to go win. But I feel like the Packers, they want to keep Rodgers, but like if they do get rid of Rodgers, I'm pretty sure they're going to hand the keys to Jordan Love. Very similar situation what the Packers did with Brett Favre and Aaron Rodgers, by the way. Brett Favre played 3 years while Aaron Rodgers was sitting behind him. Brett Favre leaves Green Bay. Aaron Rodgers takes over. The rest is history. And I think that they're going to do the same exact thing. And if you're the Packers missing the playoffs with Aaron Rodgers, I think it makes a lot of sense for them to cut bait. And hey, like Melvin says in the chat, we can very well bring in Alan Lazard in free agency as well if Aaron Rodgers comes. NY Jets situation report, my man's in the chat. And let's not pretend Rodgers wasn't on a decline this season. He can go over a cliff any year now. Not everyone is Tom Brady. That's very true. That's definitely something to keep in consideration. Aaron Rodgers' game has declined last season, and the Packers did not make the playoffs. So that's definitely something to keep in mind. Now, is that his game declining? Is it the team around him declining? You don't know, right? So it's definitely risky because Aaron Rodgers is getting older. He's not getting younger. And he was playing through an injury throughout the season as well. So I think the top 3 options for the Jets is Lamar Jackson, Derek Carr, Aaron Rodgers. If one of those 3 quarterbacks are on the Jets next season, I'll be a happy man. If none of those 3 are quarterbacks for the Jets, what are we talking about here? Don't even say Tom Brady. That's not happening. And I don't want Jimmy Garoppolo personally. Gardner Minshew, no. Thank you. Geno Smith, he's staying with Seattle. Daniel Jones, he's staying with the Giants. Sam Darnold, I don't think and everyone wants Sam back. I'm just talking about free agent quarterbacks. Baker Mayfield, no thank you. Ryan Tannehill, nah. I'd prefer no shot. So that's the top 3 for me, guys. No particular order. Lamar Jackson, Derek Carr, Aaron Rodgers. Give me one of those 3, and let's go to the freaking playoffs. Hell, let's go win the freaking division. How about that, okay? Let's get healthy on offense. Let's bring in the right offensive mind. You bring in one of those 3 quarterbacks, and let's go win some freaking football games. Now, if I had to rank those from 1 to 3, it would probably go Lamar Jackson first. No doubt about it. I mean, you can't twist more about Lamar. And then if you want to weigh Derek Carr versus Aaron Rodgers, that's a really interesting one because Derek Carr is younger. And there's a little more upside with Carr because I think that he's kind of in the prime of his career, whereas Aaron Rodgers is a little past his prime. But Rodgers is a Super Bowl winning quarterback, and he knows how to win. So that's the thing. Aaron Rodgers is the better quarterback than Derek Carr, but at the same time, you got to weigh other scenarios. And when it comes to Lamar Jackson, the only way that happens, guys, is he gets tagged and traded. That's really it. He gets tagged and traded. I don't know if that's 100% likely. So this is definitely some interesting conversations that we're having, guys. It's part of the conversation that we all need to have throughout the offseason. Awesome, LA. I don't want Roger because of the baggage he'll bring. Yeah, that's definitely something that you got to bring up. He has been in the media saying a lot. He has been like a talking point in the media, rather. So when you come to New York, the lights are going to be even brighter. So that's definitely something you got to keep in mind. No doubt about it. Appreciate the $2 donation, my friend. Already subscribed and hit the like button. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate that. If you guys are not already, hit that thumbs up and subscribe, baby. We're going to be live throughout the offseason to break down what the heck the Jets are going to be doing. Give me a freaking quarterback and an offensive mind, all right? Is that too much to ask for? Are we asking for too much here? Someone tell me if I'm asking for too much to get a freaking quarterback and an offensive coordinator that knows how to score points. Score points, win games. Because guess what? I think this defense for the New York Jets is going to be better next year. I believe that. I think Sauce in year 2 is going to have a better season. He's going to have more interceptions. He's going to lock down people. He's going to get better and better and better. We're going to add players to the defense. We might get a new safety or two. Jermaine Johnson entering year 2, I think, will be a big-time upgrade. With Michael Clemens. I mean, this defense, another year in the system of Saleh, it's only going to get better and better. So you add an improving defense with a hopeful veteran quarterback. Yeah. Give me it. If Aaron Rodgers wants out of Green Bay and the Jets hire Nathaniel Hackett, I will be A-okay with bringing in A-Rod. And you should be too, in my opinion. You should be too. So I'm not shocked that the Jets are interviewing Nathaniel Hackett. I expected this, which is why I'm not really I don't know. It's definitely something that's a possibility. Not my favorite candidate, that's for sure. But out of all the people that we've interviewed, and I'll put it on the screen for the people that have not seen, these are all the people that the Jets have interviewed so far that it's been confirmed. Nathaniel Hackett, Brian Johnson, who's the Eagles quarterback coach, Kevin Patullo, the Philadelphia passing game coordinator, Marcus Brady, who's the Philadelphia offensive consultant and former Colts OC, and Nick Caley, who will not be the coach. Freaking better not be. That's all I'll say. Keep Aaron and Green. Give me Aaron Rodgers on the freaking Jets, baby. Sign me up. This is going to be a stressful offseason, guys. I can feel it. So much hypotheticals. So much. Out of all these guys right here, who is your favorites? Who are your favorites on this list? Who are your favorites on this list? These are the offensive coordinator candidates listed so far to be confirmed to interview with the Jets. Kent says Brian Johnson. Santana says KP, Kevin Patullo. Awesome LA, Kevin Patullo. Bevel is out, by the way. Melvin doesn't like any of them. Brian Johnson. Brian Johnson is definitely intriguing. If we bring in Brian Johnson, I want to make sure that we bring in an offensive consultant to help him out. That's all I'll say. Hawk says Hackett's the only one with play calling experience. Marcus Brady does have play calling experience. He's the former Colts OC. But I don't know if he was calling the plays, so you might be right, Hawk. But yeah, we need an experienced offensive coordinator, 110%. That is 100% correct. 110%, man. Joe Brady is a no-go. I would love for Joe Brady, but we have not been rumored to interview him. Ali asks, just joining now, is Bevel out for sure? Yes. Bevel is done. He's returning with the Dolphins. Would you guys, I see someone in the chat asking me to open up a Discord for you guys to talk with each other. Would you guys be open to a Jets Media Discord? I could do that. I'm pretty sure I might already have a Discord. Let me double check. Pretty sure I opened one up a while ago, but I haven't really been active on it or really used it. Let me see. Yeah, let's do it. Jets Media. How do I even do this? Okay. I'm setting it up right now. Right freaking now. All right, I'll work on the Discord link when I'm not live. So, guys, that's really going to wrap up the stream. I wanted to go live to talk about Nathaniel Hackett potentially coming to the New York Jets as the OC, potentially Aaron Rodgers coming to the Jets as the quarterback. Comment down below your thoughts when the stream's wrapped up of your thoughts of all of this. I really do appreciate you guys. That's going to wrap up the show. And, yeah, I'll be live again for the roundtable tonight, of course. And we'll be live tomorrow. And I appreciate you guys. Let's go, Jets. It's going to be a very interesting week. Buckle up. We're going to get very active. So appreciate you guys. Let's go, Jets. And I'll see you next time, baby. Peace out.